On did it glide, that immense sleek vessel, through the silent emptiness of the architecture of space, along vast brick tubes and ornate intersections, utterly black but for the dark glow of mathematical devices. Ornate carvings described the endlessly rotating arches, elaborating the blackness as it soared from one brief century to another, trapped in the belief in a freedom that could never be, but could never be shown to be otherwise. And in the shadows uncast by any light, a seething chattering of minute forms filtered through the gradients of interacting energies into ever-changing patterns, a blossoming of dark within dark, absence within absence, and a challenge to the primacy of form. These strange signals, vast in extent, minute in scale, twisted the very idea of existence as they hovered on the rim of the chasm of time gone by, all these last hopes turning until they faced their mouths and devoured their tails, loops of oblivion in the tenuous webs of movement between the roaring stars and the utter complexities of future possibilities. Among the calculations of the silicon tribes, the gravitational gradients, elliptical and counter-analytical, mysterious, vastly complicated patterns twined and intertwined, containing all the ancient secrets of the informational construction of the worlds, faster than heat, thinner than a dream. These ghostly echoes of the distance of the ancient abundance, thick no more, hot no more, pulsated through the passages of emotionlessness, smiles uncracked, the tears unshed, wandering along the straight courses of their predestinations, slick with weariness, remaining aloft only by the absence of fulfillment. Those who slept could scarcely even begin to imagine the solidity of the blackness in which they were embedded, everywhere identical, everywhere different, as they poured along gradients probabilities, utterly disentangled from the howling awareness of time and space. Even the huge engines, intelligent beyond intelligent, could only pulse their cold radiance and cast their eerie memories into the chemical haze of the air they could not breathe and which could give them no comfort. Wheels without roundness spun, electrical gradients formed dancing, turning vortices, grime splattered through the polished chambers of throbbing activity, utterly silent, multifaceted numbers flickering through the nightlessness, swaying to the logic of improbability, the spatial dimensions pulsing to the timelessness of the incomprehensible descriptions of unknowable interactions with the essence of the nature of time. Around the edges, the electronic devices waved nanotubes in what can only be described as indescribable being. An illusion of control perhaps, a nudging of the invisible wings of some blind bird that can sense only the magnetic fields of the next few seconds. Such a bird could never know the forgotten stories of the dreamers, the shining cocoons, grains of pollen on the hairs of mechanical moths, their silver tongues and whispering minds. Yet here, among the flowers of the trees of books unopened, here in the darkness bathing the roots of consciousness, the faintest stirrings of the merest possibility of a future unborn. But then back into the warmth of coldness, the frozen diamonds strung along their electric chains, unopened, indecipherable, never waiting, sparkling with mystery as the devices drill their way slowly and without hesitation along the paths they cannot see.